Hey friends, I'm here today to do the 50 facts about me tag. I thought it would be a good way for you to get to know me better, so let's get going. I'm going to try to keep my answers short and simple for you guys so the video doesn't get too long. So if you want me to elaborate on any of the facts that I say, then just comment below and let me know and I can try to answer in the comments, or if it's something that warrants its own video, I could do, I guess, a separate video on that. So just comment below if you have any questions about any of this, and let's just jump right in. I am married. I'm a mom. I have 2 rescue dogs. I'm a hairstylist. I'm 5'6". I have 8 tattoos. My husband and I have a matching tattoo. I have 6 piercings, although I used to have 7, but I took one out. In middle school and high school, I danced. So I only did it for a few years and I had to stop because of an injury, but I did do jazz, tap, ballet, lyrical, and hip hop. When I was really young, I played soccer for a couple years, and then I tried basketball for a couple years. And I was all right at soccer and I sucked at basketball. The movies Dirty Dancing and Staying Alive were the first 2 movies that made me want to be a dancer. I love Dancing with the Stars and secretly want to be on that show. And if I were on that show, I would want to dance with Mark or Val or Artem or Derek or Max, any of those guys. During the first season of Dancing with the Stars, they would play commercials for Arthur Murray Dance Studio, so I actually went to Arthur Murray and did ballroom dancing for a few months, and I loved it. My favorite donut is a maple bar, and actually for several years, instead of a birthday cake, I just wanted a maple bar with a candle in it. I have a younger brother and a younger sister. My mom, my brother, and my sister all have brown hair and brown eyes. My dad had brown hair, but he has hazel eyes, and I am the blonde hair, blue-eyed child of the family. And I get it from both of my grandfathers. I'm ambidextrous. I had pyloric stenosis as a baby, which required surgery when I was only a couple weeks old. I played guitar for a little while. I played flute for a very, very short amount of time. I have always wanted to play the drums, and I still really, really want to learn how to play the drums. My hair has been almost any color you could think of other than green and blue and yellow, but I've had brown, red, purple, copper, platinum, bunch of colors. I would say my favorites are blonde, red, and purple. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you're washing your face and water drips like down your arms and your elbows and gets all over the countertop and kind of like on your sleeves. I hate that. The very first car that I purchased on my own was a 91 Jeep Wrangler on 35-inch tires with 5.5 inches of lift, and I loved it. My celebrity doppelganger would be Michelle Pfeiffer. I've been told many times that I look a lot like her, especially when I'm at a smaller size physically. And in fact, I was looking through a magazine once and I had to stop, and I was confused because I saw a picture of myself in there and realized it was a picture of Michelle Pfeiffer when she was much younger, which looked a lot like my senior pictures in high school, so it was super crazy. I've been to the Magic Castle in Hollywood. It's a members only club for magicians and magic enthusiasts. You have to be a member or be invited by a member to be able to enter into the Magic Castle, and my husband's parents were invited, and so we got to go, and there's a strict dress code, no cell phones, you have to have go to dinner, and then there's different magic shows going on all evening, and it's just a really, really amazing place. Last I heard, Neil Patrick Harris was one of the directors or presidents or something like that. It's a really neat place. You should look it up online. I am endorsed to ride a motorcycle, although I haven't done it in a while. I did take lessons a couple years ago with my husband. I am terrible at roller skating, ice skating, and skateboarding. Candy Johnson was the first YouTube makeup guru that I saw on YouTube, and she's the first person who inspired me to want to do it, and I think she's amazing. I only became a hairstylist just a couple years ago. Before that, I was in insurance for a long, long time, and I worked my way up, but after a while I just didn't enjoy it, and my husband is the one who encouraged me to follow my dreams. For a very short time, I helped out with a cabaret group. I helped do choreography for them, And even though it was a very short amount of time that I was there, I really, really loved it. It was just hard to work in with my schedule, so I couldn't do it for very long. But it was a lot of fun, and it was a great group of girls. I once thought about becoming a tattoo artist. I've never really traveled. The only other country I've been to is Canada, which isn't even all that far away. And I would love to go to Europe someday. But I'm not the biggest fan of flying. I'm Scottish, German, Norwegian, and Swedish. I know sign language. I took American Sign Language in high school for several years, as well as my husband, my brother, and my sister. So we all know how to sign. I think it's an amazing language. I think it's beautiful. And I wish I had done it for several more years just because I just wish I was fluent in it. So I'm hoping sometime I can continue to take more lessons. I wish I could sing, but I can't. NSYNC all the way. And Justin Timberlake was my favorite NSYNcer. I used to want to be a dancer for singers so I could go on tour and dance on stage, and yeah, I really wanted to do that for a while. I've dealt with anxiety off and on since the 5th grade. I met my husband in high school, but we are not high school sweethearts. I didn't really love high school. Most of my closest friends in high school were a bunch of guys. I had a couple good girlfriends, but the majority of the group were guys, and they were a grade above me, most of them, so my senior year was kind of sad because they were all gone. I have always lived in Washington State, just outside of Seattle. I've never really lived anywhere else. I love the sun and nice weather, but my body does not like the sun or the heat. It is very sensitive. I get heat stroke really easy, and it's super disappointing. I don't really love candy. I don't like candy bars, but I love just plain chocolate M&Ms and Starburst. Those would be my favorite candies if I were to eat candy. I didn't go to Disneyland until I was 26 years old. My husband and I had been dating for about 3 months, and he planned a surprise trip for us to go there since I had never been. And it is now one of my favorite places, and I just can't wait to go back. I am a night owl, not a morning person. And can you guess my age? I am actually 32. I've been told that I look a lot younger than that. I'll take it. That's good to hear. But I enjoy being 32. I did not freak out about turning 30. That wasn't like a scary thing for me. I really love my life. I really enjoy this time in my life. And, yeah. Also, when I eat anything like a Hostess cupcake or a ding dong, I will eat all the way around the outside first and then leave like the center with the cream filling for my last bite. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you got to know me a little bit better. Anyone who wants to do this, I encourage you, post your videos, or if you have some crazy random fact about yourself that you want to share with me, put that in the comments. I especially tag my sister, McKenna, and I want her to do this. And yeah, like I said, if you have any questions about any of these facts or you want me to go into detail more, comment below and I will try to answer. And if it's a topic that requires more time or more detail, then I might even make like a separate little video of it for you. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.